Good morning. It is 4:38. Checking farm news now. Monday, the North Dakota House passed a bill that changes an 80-year-old law prohibiting anything other than family corporations from farming in North Dakota. The bill, introduced by Senator Terry Wanzik of Jamestown. Supporters say by allowing corporate dairy and swine farms in the state, it will help those struggling industries.
There are only 90 dairy farms in North Dakota, down from 350 just 12 years ago. We have gone from 49,000 dairy cows to 16,000. This has put our dairy processors into a position of having to import milk to meet the demand and keep their operations running to capacity. This is a win-win for agriculture in North Dakota.
Now, opponents said this bill does take a step away from the foundation of production agriculture in the state, which has been based on family farms. In fact, Mark Watney, president of the North Dakota Farmers Union, called it a sad day for the state. The bill now goes to a conference committee between Senate and House members before it goes to the governor. Since January, everyone knew this was coming, but Tuesday, the Des Moines Water Works filed a lawsuit against 3 surrounding county drainage districts for damages it says it has incurred as a result of nitrate pollution in Des Moines' drinking water. The lawsuit basically says since the 3 counties surrounding the city approved drain tile in farm fields, the counties are responsible for nitrate pollutants into the Raccoon and Des Moines River, the source of Des Moines city water supply. Now, the suit alleges the counties failed to obtain a National Pollutant Discharge Elimination System permit in violation of the Clean Water Act. This suit has national implications to agriculture. EPA Administrator Gina McCarthy told the National Farmers Union Convention the renewable fuel standard is on track to come out this spring, but she gave no specific date. McCarthy said EPA will release renewable fuel standard volume levels for 2014, 2015, and 2016 this spring. She said, quote, "It's a lot of work to put this together in a way that ensures we are doing it the way the law intended, but also not over-expecting or under-expecting what those numbers might be. It's hard to do on an annual basis." McCarthy added the Obama administration is promising to rewrite its proposed Clean Water Act, or Waters of the U.S. rule. That's being prepared for White House review, and that the administration still intends to complete it this spring. And she said, quote, "We are going to come out with a rule not only reasonable, but implementable." A series of informational meetings for farmers got underway yesterday morning in Valley City. The Green Vision Group and North Dakota State University Extension providing information and gathering information on growing energy beets, building a biorefinery to produce industrial sugar.
Over the next 3 days, we'll be going to 5 cities to talk about producing energy beets and deciding, helping farmers decide if they want to grow the new crop. Here in North Dakota, which is just one of the many states that are looking at developing energy beets, we're still at least 2 years away from commercial production and use of energy beets. There's still a few more steps to go through before a facility would be built and farmers would contract or somehow become a supplier of beets.
The meetings will be held this morning at the Regional Extension Center in Langdon and at the Towner County Extension Office in Candu this afternoon, and Thursday morning at the Carrington Regional Extension Center 2 miles north of Carrington. Industrial sugar is a gelatin-like substance that is not a sweetener, although can be used as a sweetener, but can be used to make biofuels and other industrial chemicals. 4:42, time for Stewardship Wednesday, staying ahead of the curve in animal care. When referring to the health of a meat animal, beef producers call it a condition score. Well, what does that number mean, and what should we be striving for?
I tend to say too thin or just right or maybe too fat. You know, the numbers that we strive for is a condition score 5. It's a condition score 1 being extremely thin to 9 being obesely fat. So 5 is kind of right in the middle. That back of that cow needs to be level across the top. You shouldn't really see ribs at this time of the year or those pin bones, hook bones sticking out. Those cows ought to be in better condition than that. And if they are, if the back is flat and not seeing bones or ribs, she should be in about a condition score 5. And that's where you want to be. this time of the year.
During late winter, early spring, or just ahead of calving, do we need to give them the best quality hay or alfalfa?
Hay can be a great feed. It depends on quality. And normally a dry beef cow can get along pretty well in what we would call 8% protein hay. I know we use protein kind of to determine quality of hay. That doesn't tell us everything. But when we get closer to calving, and once she's calved, she's got a higher requirement now. So if you're in the last trimester of gestation, those cows are probably going to need a little bit more protein if they've just been on 8% hay during the feeding period. So that even alfalfa, even given just 2-3 times a week, can really make a difference for those cows.
And that's our Stewardship Wednesday this week. It's 4:43, ticking over to 4:44 right now. Taking a break, coming right back, checking the forecast and looking at U.S. soil temperatures right after the break.